Hey guys! How are you? Let me know if you can hear me all right. Hey Combo! Okay, so I'm here, but I have the camera set up a little bit differently today so that I can transition over into our second part of the stream a little bit more easily later. So I have the computer in a different spot, and then I have all of the cooking stuff set up a little bit differently, so I hope this works. I'm doing well, Combo, how are you? I'm gonna get way too hot in this hoodie way fast. Ooh, hot. Oh, thanks, Dawn. I got it just a couple days ago. Yeah, it's too warm for this. All right, so we'll start cooking in just a minute, guys. Oh, roasting the slow cooker. Hell yeah. All right. I have most everything that we need ready. I'm missing my measuring spoons. Oh, Sly Panda is gonna be so good! How is everyone today? How are you guys doing? Is anyone cooking along with me? So that's question number one. Is anyone cooking with me? I don't think anyone is. I'm pretty sure no one is. So we can go ahead and get started pretty much any time. Let me stand a little farther away from the camera, because that's weird and awkward when I'm super close. All right, should we start cooking? Well, the problem is, like, we didn't decide what we were cooking until yesterday on Twitter. So I didn't write the recipe until this morning. RIP. just working away. Nice. Oftentimes I find that we don't decide on what we want to do here in the stream until like the day of or the day before. But we're going to do spring rolls next week, so I'll write the recipe tomorrow. All right, are you guys ready to cook? Are you even ready? I don't think you're ready for this show. All right, let's do this. So, we're making Thai fried rice, which in Thai is cow pat, and then whatever meat you're using. So like for us, holy shit, it's 86 in my room. That's way too hot. Hey, see, why you break, Spencer? That's miserable. I can't live that way. So for Thai food, if you're, for instance, if you're doing fried rice with chicken, it'd be cow pat gai. No, I haven't changed it yet, Panda. There was too many things to do today. If you were doing fried rice with pork, it would be cow pat mu. And if you were doing it with shrimp, it would be cow pat gong. And crab is bo. Those are the most popular ones. But for me, because I don't eat meat, as you guys know, I will be using tofu, which in Thai is tofu. So it's cow pat tofu, which I currently have baking. I'll go ahead and show it to you guys real quick. I marinated it and then I threw it in the oven. So it's just baking a little bit to get a little bit of extra firmness in there. Have you guys had Thai fried rice before? And can anyone tell me how it differs from Chinese food, or Chinese fried rice? Anyone? There's one main ingredient that Chinese people use that Thai people don't really use. Yeah. Tofu, yeah. But, so it depends on where in Thailand you are, but it's a borrowed word. So, it's not a Thai word. It's a word that they took. So it becomes tofu, or it's kind of an FH sound. It's strange, but yeah. The rice. The rice is a little bit different, but that's not the main ingredient that makes Chinese fried rice different from Thai fried rice. It's a staple ingredient in Asian food. And Thai fried rice does not use it at all, typically, depending on where you are. But even if they do use it, they use a variation on it instead of the thing itself. I'm being vague and ambiguous, I'm sorry. It's a sauce. This camera is distorted. It's weird. Okay, so it's soy sauce. Thai fried rice does not use normal soy sauce. Hey, dude! Hi! How are you, friend? We're cooking. They also do use fish sauce, but the one thing they don't use is soy sauce. Thai fried rice does not use soy sauce. Instead, we'll be using oyster sauce, though I'm using a vegetarian version of it. And I'm using a vegetarian fish sauce. But if and when Thai people do use soy sauce in fried rice, it's a light soy sauce, which they call cow, which is white. They say it's a white soy sauce. Instead of those dark, heavy ones that you're used to seeing, they use a much lighter flavored, much lighter bodied soy sauce, if they use it at all. But most Thai fried rice won't have soy sauce in it at all, whereas Chinese fried rice has it in it all the time. So, we're going to start prepping. I have my mortar and pestle, in which we're going to put 3 cloves of garlic and 2 Thai chilies. Gonna nibble. Do it. Nibble, nibble, nibble. Do, 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 do. Nibble, nibble. 2 Thai chilies. The more Thai chilies, the spicier it will be, of course. I mean, clearly. You could use 2 cloves of garlic, but I feel like that's not enough. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. Okay, so we're going to take our mortar and pestle and we're just going to start mashing these a little bit. When you start mashing stuff in a mortar and pestle, don't put your face over it because it will. Some of the pieces will fly out and they will get in your eyes, and if you have chilies and garlic, that will hurt a lot. You will regret it immediately. Mishlaf! In Hamilton, there was a large supermarket called Nations that had a huge Asian section and imports for cooking. Oh, I love dragon fruit. We did a cooking stream a while ago with Awen cooked alongside us, and we made fruit sushi, and we used dragon fruit in that, which was really good. Get all the Thai chilies in there. Alright, and what you want is to mash this to the point where there's no large chunks of garlic and there's no large chunks of Thai chilies. Mortar and pestle isn't necessary for this, but it is traditionally Thai, and it's a really good arm workout, and it makes the flavor better. So if you make a lot of Thai food, we're going to make som tam soon, and you'll need a mortar and pestle for that. Thai green curry paste or any of the curry pastes, you need a mortar and pestle. There's a lot of recipes that traditionally are made with a mortar and pestle. So that's about where I need it to be. In the meantime, I'm going to cut up my bell pepper and my onion. Yes, we are going to play Stardew Valley as soon as we're done cooking. Now, I don't know how many of you guys cut up bell peppers very often, but this white stuff is called the pith, and you want to get rid of as much of that as you possibly can because it's bitter as fuck. How is proper to eat a dragon fruit? What do you mean, how is proper? I mean, I just skin it and then eat the nice white flesh. It's kind of up to you. Alright. So there's our bell pepper. Ready to go. But my knife is getting a little dull. I probably could bring my meat cleaver out. Hey, Orange, how you living? That should be okay. Okay, so there's our bell pepper. We're also going to grab some yellow onion, yellow or white onion, whichever you prefer. I like yellow onions better, personally. We're going to cut off a hunk of that. I'm going to take the onion paper off, plus an extra layer. I get really weird about onions. If you don't get that extra layer off, I feel like it has a weird texture, and I'm really not into that. So we're going to slice this up really thin. I'll probably cut off too much. We probably don't need quite this much onion for only 2 people, but we'll put the rest up. Super thin, about a quarter cup, that's about it. Put the rest of it up. Do you have sharpening stone? No, generally speaking, you're better off taking it in to someone that can sharpen it properly rather than trying to do it on your own, just because most people don't sharpen them the way that they should. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and measure out and it's been a long time since I hand sharpened a knife. A long, long time. And I'm probably not very good at it anymore. Okay, so we're going to open our mushroom flavored oyster sauce. I got this entire jar for $2.79 USD. It will last me forever. And again, this is what it is. It's a vegetarian oyster sauce. It's made from mushrooms, because it has that nice umami flavor. So we're going to do 2 teaspoons of that. I just want to make sure I have all this stuff ready before I actually start cooking, because the cooking process for stir-fried foods is almost nil. It takes almost no time at all. And then for fish sauce, I'm using a vegetarian version of that as well. I actually hate mushrooms, but I meant 1 tablespoon of that and 2 teaspoons of this. Hold on, I'm a liar. I need 1 more tablespoon of this, or teaspoon of this. I heard Orange Skippy, I heard it came out like yesterday or something in Canada. Okay. So there's my 3 of that, and then I need 2 of these. I'm going to mix this up just a little bit before I get ready to put everything in the pan. And then we're going to move the camera over by the stove. All right, so there's that. You can go in the fridge. Maybe. Right. There, sounds good. You can go back to the cupboard. Okay, and I'm going to move you guys over here. Here we go. Whee! Actually, watch this. That should be better. Okay, we're going to take our tofu out because we're going to need that in a moment. All right, what have I missed? Rip! Oh, Prince Edward Island has no Pokemans. Hey, Minnie! Okay, guys, so next I'm using a neutral flavored oil. This one happens to be a canola and vegetable oil blend. I'm going to turn my pan onto kind of a medium high. And I'm going to use about 2 tablespoons of my neutral flavored oil. And what we're going to do is all that delicious stuff we made in the mortar and pestle, which is amazeballs, we're going to get ready to put in this pan first. So as soon as that pan and that oil heats up just a little bit more, yes, Minnie, we are making fried rice, but Thai fried rice, which I love because it's amazing. Once you have the ingredients put together, this is such a fast recipe to make. It takes like no time. And even the ingredients are not difficult to put together, to be honest. I'm just getting my Thai basil ready, guys, because this is a Thai basil fried rice. And I need all the basil because Thai basil is amazing. Can anyone tell me the difference between sweet basil, regular basil, and Thai basil? Needs time, one Thai time, kappa kappa. All right. Get that pan slick. give you which knife? Caleb, you're not that late! But it does use basil. It does use basil. We use lots of basil in this recipe because Thai basil, which is actually in Thai called a holy basil, which makes it even better. Look at this magic. Oh, yum. Okay. Food puns. Okay. We're going to go ahead and throw in our chilies and our garlic. Now at this point, depending on what protein you're using, the recipe does call for 4 ounces of basil. It does call for a protein of your choice. So I'm using tofu. If you're going to use a raw protein, the cooking is going to be a little bit different. So let me take a stab at the basil question. I've thought of sweet basil as not being bitter, basil being almost Italian, and Thai basil being citrusy. Actually, dude, that's almost exactly spot on. So holy basil has more of an umami flavor. The Thai basil, it's more of an earthy herb, where Italian basil is a lighter flavor, and sweet basil actually has a lot more naturally occurring sugar in it. So that's where you get that kind of sweetness that comes from it. Okay, so if you're using a raw protein, you're going to cook your basil and your garlic and chilies for about 30 seconds, and then you're going to add your protein for 2 to 5 minutes, depending on what it is, and then you'll continue the recipe. Because we're using a pre-cooked protein, our cook time is going to be much, much lower. So make sure that if you follow this recipe and you use a meat substance, that you cook it for long enough to be cooked all the way through. But I have these delicious little pieces of basil, or tofu, that I'm going to eat all of. So how is everyone today? How are you guys doing? How was your Monday? How was your life? How have you been living? This is our garlic and chili so far. Was that a Chief Munch and Cook? Yup. You have to test everything to make sure it's good. I just threw the marinade together like a complete ass. Ooh, speaking of ass, bad ass though. Caleb, I'm doing super, super well. How was Necropolis, dude? Would I enjoy it though? Do you think I would enjoy it? Because I'm afraid I wouldn't. It's so fragrant. So once your garlic starts to turn a little bit brown, add your protein. Then you want to make sure you have your rice ready. You want cold leftover rice, which sounds awful, but in this case is the best choice. And here's why. Cold rice is going to hold its own. It's going to crumble better. It's going to give you the texture that you're looking for. It dries out a little bit, so it doesn't have all that kind of leftover stickiness that you get from hot rice. I'm going to use approximately 2 cups, which is not anywhere near 2 cups. It's probably closer to 3, but I don't care. Woo! I'm dropping shit all over the floor, guys. I'm so bad at this. Alright, so I have my rice ready. Stir all this up just a little bit. It has that nice shine from the oil. It's amazing. Have you ever had gumbo? Oh yes, I used to live in Mississippi. Yay, Master Gamer, hi! Okay, guys, we're going to turn the heat up just a little bit. We're going to let all this sizzle together for just a couple more seconds. I'm going to try it and see how it is, because I do what I want. It's going to be amazing. I'm going to get our rice ready. Here we go. You're going to pour that rice in, just like so. Then you're going to mix this up. Break that cold rice up. All those little rice grains are going to hold their own. It's not going to take long. They're going to heat up very quickly. They're going to take on that oil. They're going to take in the garlic. They're going to take in the chili. They're going to blend in with whatever protein you've chosen. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Aw, yeah. And once all of those grains kind of fall apart, you're going to tell that it's warm enough to move on to the next step. Our next step being the seasoning, which again, I have a vegetarian fish sauce and a vegetarian oyster sauce. We're going to pour these right in. And then we're going to mix it. Yep, mix that right up. Make sure it's well and evenly distributed. And then you're going to add your bell pepper and your onion. But you don't want to cook these for too long because you want them to maintain some texture. A good amount of texture. Thinly sliced onion. Guys, we're like 2 minutes from the end of this recipe. I'm not even kidding. Metal spoon in a non-stick pan like that? Dude, sometimes I do, yes. I prefer to use my cast iron, but it's dirty right now and I just didn't use it. Make sure the heat stays around a solid medium to medium high, preferably medium. Apollo! Chicken and sausage gumbo is your favorite. So I don't eat meat anymore, but when I was eating meat, I definitely did have a lot of that when I was living in Mississippi. All right, guys, I'm going to give you a little bit closer look. Here we go. This is currently our fried rice. At this point, you have a choice. I like to add a little bit of white pepper. Though it's entirely up to you if you choose to use that. I didn't even put it on the recipe, but I like to throw a little bit in. It's a little more Chinese than it is Thai, but it is delicious. Keep stirring to make sure it doesn't stick to the bottom of the pan. And then we're going to throw in about a half a cup of Thai basil. Just stir that in. Stir that in. And the basil's going to start to wilt almost as soon as it gets into the heat. I just had a salad. I love salad. All right, guys, stir this up just a little bit more. You want to cook it until the vegetables are kind of tender, but still crisp. Tender crisp. That's actually a term. Tender crisp. And the basil starts to cook down. So here's where we are now. There we go. We're getting close. As soon as the oil has been absorbed by the rice and the vegetables and it starts to stick to the bottom, that's when you know you're done. We're gonna go ahead and turn the heat off. I've got a serving dish here. Hey, Lady! Ooh, that's warm. Warm on my hands. I'm gonna go ahead and put all of that right in there. This is amazing. All right, I'm gonna move the camera back over here, guys. Bear with me. Nope, too much. We're gonna do a little bit of garnish at this point. Okay, so we're done with you. This is the food. For garnish, I'm using cucumber, lime, and cilantro. So Thai people cut limes like so. Just a chunk off the side because it makes it easier to squeeze. So I'm going to do 2 of those. This is a 2-person serving. We're going to go ahead and do 2 limes. 2 pieces of lime, just like that. I'm going to grab some cilantro, which I have right here on the counter. Throw that in both the corners. How are we feeling about this, guys? Hey, Daydreams! How are you? Fast and delicious. Thai Essen, Zukoken, Makmish. Oh, be hungry. Toads! Hi, Toads! You have to stream metalworking, please, Apollo. Okay, and then the last thing we're going to do is we're going to grab a cucumber. And what I like to do, and you totally don't have to do this, but it's kind of fun, is grab your peeler and do some kind of decorative peeling on it. I just do 3 to 4 strips with a peel, and then I go ahead and do some thin slices. And we're going to lay those right along the edge here. And here you guys go. This is your intro to Thai fried rice. How do you feel? Does anyone feel like they could go home and make this right now? Because I feel like all of you could. I know that you could. I believe in you. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a couple photos and then I'm going to switch to my other computer. And we're going to stream some Stardew Valley. So I will be right back.